We're going to uncover a mystery wrapped in wonderful news today. Seniors across the country are eagerly anticipating the accelerated arrival of old age security payments. However, there are some lingering questions and suspicions about the sudden shift in the payment schedule and what motivated this seemingly benevolent act of early payout. We are thoroughly investigating the details because we want to make sure you understand all sides of this story. While the allure of an early OAS payment is undeniable, a thorough investigation into its rationale is essential. There was an initial surge of confirmations through social media and news outlets of seniors receiving their OAS payments days, or even a week, before the normally scheduled date. This unexpected change, which seemed beneficial at first glance, prompted a rush of questions about whether it was a system error or an intentional proactive move. Despite the government's tight-lipped response on the matter, they have attributed the change to enhanced processing efficiency. However, can we really believe such a basic explanation? The timing is too synchronized and accurate to be a coincidence. Each elderly person who was looking forward to receiving their monthly payout was now met with an unprompted early payment. I'm here to make sure you, the viewer, are completely informed about this situation, one that feels planned rather than spontaneous. Here are the essentials of old age security. OAS, it's not just handouts. It's an essential part of Canada's retirement system, a safety net meant to help seniors in their twilight years. Eligibility is decided by the payment structure, which seems to be going through a subtle transformation this year, with the most noticeable change being the surprise early payment. These payments are crucial for many who rely on them to cover basic necessities like groceries and medication. The sudden alteration affects budgeting and raises concerns about the reliability of future payments. We acknowledge the significance of comprehending the ramifications of every payment. This isn't merely about the money, it's about stability and predictability. Rumors abound that the government is trying to stimulate the economy by giving seniors rapid access to their money through this early payout. Others think it's a disguised beta test of a new, more efficient payment method. Conspiracy theories vary from the wildly fantastical to the surprisingly plausible, with one even proposing that the unexpected early payment is meant to divert attention from another political move. Like most things, the truth will probably be far less spectacular, but just as necessary to sort out. Since the early payment is central to the current situation, we must thoroughly examine all possible outcomes. We've had conversations with a number of financial analysts, and their views are as varied as the people receiving the payments. Some see this as a minor improvement to the payment system, a sign of better government systems. Others are skeptical, citing issues with transparency and past experiences as reasons for their doubts. But in light of this unanticipated shift in a system that has been relatively robust for decades, many unanswered questions have increased skepticism. These early payments are more than just numbers, they are signals. It is our responsibility as analysts to decipher them in order to understand the financial implications for seniors and the broader economic picture. The consequences of making these payments ahead of schedule go far beyond just monthly expenses. For many seniors on fixed incomes, the OAS payment is a lifeline. The simple act of getting money sooner than expected is always pleasant, but it might throw off budgets and cause problems that weren't in the original plan. What's more, people may lose faith in the government's financial systems, sowing seeds of doubt about future payments. We need to confront the sudden change directly because it has caused uncertainty. We want to make sure that these payments, which are the basis of many seniors' livelihoods, will continue to be secure and predictable. We have also contacted the government to get their take on the situation. Why is this payment being released more quickly? Although they were aware of the claims, they didn't provide much more information beyond their original statement, which claimed that they were able to process payments more efficiently. They assured the public that there were no mistakes, but with no additional information, the mystery has only deepened. More questions than answers remain. It raises the question of whether it was just enhanced efficiency. Let's explore the possible technological aspects. Why wasn't this foreseen and made clear? The early delivery of payments poses a riddle that requires an in-depth response, not a flippant one. Is it possible that an improved electronic platform leading to a new payment processing system is responsible for the early payout? Expedited financial transactions are concerning, especially without prior announcement of such a large-scale change. Given how quickly technology is evolving, the timing of the early payment coincided with a period of silence, which suggests an intention to keep the process obscure. Transparency and communication are typically associated with new technology rollouts, especially ones that impact such a significant portion of the population. The payments are critical, and the timing of the early payment is interesting. Could it be related to something big that's about to happen? Maybe it's a calculated attempt to cushion the shock of unpopular news. The government frequently uses these measures to control public opinion and prevent possible backlash. In this theory, the early payment is seen as a way to buy public favor, but there are no tangible benefits to support it. As we analyze the payment, it's important to consider not just the details, but also the current political atmosphere and any hidden agendas. Everything is in disarray, and we need to put the pieces back together with great care. We have heard from seniors who were originally thrilled with the early payment, but are now experiencing increasing anxiety. Some have voiced worries about possible ripple effects on their other benefits and entitlements, adding to their concerns about the system they depend on for their fundamental needs. As the mystery surrounding the shift continues, it erodes their faith. What had previously provided relief is now burdened with ambiguity. These worries are completely justified, and it is our responsibility to address them to investigate further and gain clarity regarding this matter. The financial impact of this uncertainty is becoming all the more apparent. Handling millions of OAS payments is an enormous task that requires meticulous planning and execution. What precautions were taken to ensure a smooth acceleration of the rollout? Were all data security measures appropriately implemented? What is the backup plan in case something went wrong? There's been talk of confusion at various financial institutions and banks, which highlights the need for a comprehensive investigation into the current systems, particularly in light of the abrupt and unexpected change to the payment schedule. A payment operation of this magnitude necessitates transparency and close scrutiny. Many seniors are finding it difficult to reconcile their accounts following the early payout. The government's vague communication has caused numerous banks to face difficulties in adjusting to the unexpected change in timing. The resulting logistical disarray highlights the importance of being more transparent and engaging in open communication with the public. Despite the early arrival of payments going off without a hitch, there are unforeseen consequences that show how important it is to plan ahead and communicate clearly, both of which were noticeably lacking during the rollout. What about the possibility of fraud? Anytime there's an unforeseen change to a payment system, criminals may try to take advantage of the situation. Could this be a risk? We need to carefully evaluate the potential for sophisticated fraud or phishing activities. The elderly are a common target of financial scams and may be especially susceptible during this transitional period. The emphasis on this payment also makes them easy targets, so we need to be aware of these dangers and do our best to educate and inform viewers to help safeguard them. We return to the primary question: why was the early payment issued? Although the government's justification for increased efficiency falls short of our expectations, we will continue gathering relevant information by carefully examining the news and data.